the 6th annual Create Student Awards. We're back, baby! I say we're back, we're not properly back, are we? Because you might recognise me from 2020 as that optimistic host who said, we'll see you all next year for the live event. It's not happening, is it? But that doesn't mean we're not going to have a bloody good night. We're going to have a fun night from the comfort of your own homes and from my home. I say my home, it's my mum and dad's home, but it's the same thing, innit? And what we're here really to do is to celebrate the incredible student achievements from the last year. My name is Jack Gledo and I'm a comedian, and I'm also a former Salford University student, yeah, and a nominee for the Create Student Award. I say nominee there, nominee. I didn't win, which is a bit annoying, but if you don't win tonight, they might get in touch with you in a few years and say, hey, do you want to come and host the awards in your bedroom with a nice shirt and some underpants on? Now, the Create Student Awards is the main event for the end of year of the School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology. The awards aren't here just to celebrate those students who've had amazing academic success though. Across this year's 10 awards, we'll be congratulating even the exceptional few who've gone that extra mile and embraced every bit of student life whilst at the University of Salford. And all done effortlessly whilst navigating their studies for a global pandemic. There's been a pandemic. Nobody told me. I just thought people stopped booking me. Now, we might not be cheersing and toasting one another at our usual red carpet event, which means we're not all getting drunk at the bar, by the way. That's all that means. However, we're still going to give tonight's nominees the applause they deserve from afar. So, like 2 metres, 4 miles, 500 miles, we're still going to applause like it's a Thursday night in lockdown. So make sure you do that all night. We're live across social media, so don't forget to tag us. Tweet along, Insta stories, Facebook, anything. It's the hashtag CreateAwards21. That's hashtag CreateAwards21. Is that what you're supposed to do with a hashtag? I don't know. We're kicking off the ceremony tonight with our 5 subject-based awards. Now, these finalists have showed an astounding work ethic and determination to succeed against all the adversities. They are passionate about their studies and are truly ambitious creatives. We've lined up a few of our friends and colleagues from outside the university to announce each of the winners. So I'll hand over to them now.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Misson, co-artistic director of Company Chameleon. I'm really pleased to be joining you all and presenting the Music and Dance Awards as part of this year's ceremony. I'm really pleased to see such incredible talent emerging from the school and joining the creative arts professional sector. It's been a really difficult year, as we all know, and this year's awards are more important than ever to acknowledge our students' achievements in the face of ongoing adversity. The calibre of this year's entries was so remarkable that the judging panel had no choice but to shortlist 4 finalists. So let's announce who they are. The nominees for the 2021 Music and Dance Awards are Ewan Ellis, BA Honours Music, Creative Music Technology, Rory A. Green, BA Honours Music, Popular Music and Recording, Barney Hart, BA Honours Music, Creative Music Technology, and Faith Hiles, BA Honours Dance. Now, let's take a look at their stories in their own words as University of Salford students.
My name's Ewan Ellis and I'm studying Creative Music Technology. I think my proudest achievement so far is probably reaching 30,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I think I released my first single in 2017 and I had like 15 listeners or something like that. So yeah, it's quite a proud achievement to reach 30,000. In Motion was, I released it in February this year, and it's kind of inspired by the use of synthesizers in the 80s and sort of the rise in popularity of that. I'm currently working with a student on the film course who's doing a wildlife documentary. So I'll be doing sort of the Foley and the sound design for that and the music. I kind of find a balance between my own music and doing my sort of more uni-based stuff, which is like the composing and the sound design. Just working on a few new tracks at the moment. So yeah, I don't know when they'll be out yet, but maybe in a few months. See what happens.
Hi, my name is Rory Green. I'm a third year student at Salford University studying popular music and recording. I think what inspires me to be a creative, the community. I spend a lot of time as a soloist and composing on my own and writing and performing on my own, which for me had a very short lifespan, but what I found really, really important and integral to my creative output was surrounding myself with the right people, building a community myself with musicians that I find resonate with me really well, that I can bounce off really quickly. Like everybody that I'm around is potentially and hopefully going to be a colleague. My biggest achievement to date is something that's actually ongoing. It's not something that I've completed. There's a band that I lead, and we've now grown to about 8 of us. We've just been signed with a new management deal. The potential for that band is growing really, really fast. We have a lot of work coming up, which is great whilst I'm still at uni. My ultimate career goal is probably just everything that I'm doing now already, but just at another level. I feel like I've already set the foundations now, so when I leave, it will be a matter of months before it is something that's full-time.
So yeah, my name is Barnabas Hart and my course is Creative Music Technology. Well, I was looking around a few different places to study music production. Like just between the facilities and the staff interviewing me at the time, I felt the most welcome at Salford. I felt the most at home. The studios had coherent design across them and it just felt like a good environment to be in. It was really open in terms of what areas I could study and that, really gave me the freedom to develop organically throughout the degree. I just like finding out what I can do. Recently I've gone from writing an electronica album to writing film music and orchestral arrangement. Going through the process of starting a new thing and getting gradually better at it and eventually feeling confident with it is a really satisfying process, growing and expanding the skill set. The album that I wrote, I think, is probably, the thing I felt most satisfied with. It felt like I'd accomplished exactly what I'd set out to achieve in terms of the sounds I wanted to create. This is like a finished piece of work, and even a year later, I'm still listening to it going, I like this. It's a really big deal for me because usually I hate anything I've done longer than, 5 minutes ago. It was just a big sort of labor of love start to finish, and it turned out so well, and I'm just really happy for it.
My name's Faith Hiles and I'm on the dance course. Through all the learning I've done through my degree, I've learned of so many different techniques of how to create dance, how to move, different styles. I was a choreographer for the Salford University Dance Society, and our first performance was a dance show discussing all issues surrounding mental health, issues in the world from climate change to body image, to how you treat each other, to how you should feel in yourself every day. My proudest achievement would be accepting my alopecia and being bald, which I love. So at the moment I'm working with the Hair Heals organisation on the Alopecia is Fashion movement, which is all about showing alopecia in the fashion industry. So I've been doing conferences every other week or every other month on issues surrounding alopecia. My ultimate career goal is to be a dancer and a role model in the alopecia community. Perform around the UK, raising awareness of alopecia and at the same time delivering a conference of my experiences to raise awareness.
And the winner of the Music and Dance Award is Faith Hiles, BA Honours Dance. Congratulations and really well done to our winner Faith. This is a fantastic achievement against all of the challenges of the last year. And congratulations to Ewan, Rory and Barney as tonight's runners-up. This is the first time our judges have shortlisted more than 3 finalists, and that's testament to your endeavours as undergraduates. I look forward to seeing how your creative journeys progress as professionals. Thanks everyone, and I look forward to hopefully joining you on campus soon.
Hi everyone, my name's James Miller. I'm a freelance producer-director with 30 years experience in factual programmes, and I'm delighted to be joining you all tonight as part of the annual Create Student Awards, presenting the Journalism, Politics and History Award. Now, this is the second award tonight where the judges were inundated with some outstanding nominations. So that means we have 4 finalists rather than 3. So, the nominees for the Journalism, Politics and History Award are George Carden, BA Honours, Journalism Multimedia. David Poucher, BA Honours Journalism Broadcast. Sani Rajavajala, MA Journalism Broadcast. And Luke Walworth, BA Honours Journalism Multimedia. So let's roll tape on tonight's video telling us all about these superb students.
My name's George Carden. I'm a third year multimedia journalism student. So yeah, I mean, since I was a kid, I've always been interested in writing and stuff. And I did comics and stuff when I was a kid. Just telling people stories, I've got a real interest in kind of what people are up to, which I think I've got that natural nosiness that you need to have. Yeah, with Salford now, that's obviously the journalism department's news website for people in Salford. I mean, for me, I saw it as like an opportunity to sort of learn all these new things, and I do quite enjoy bossing people around. So I guess it kind of suited me quite well. But it's kind of nice to have a bit of authority, but also help people. I'd probably say the proudest thing was when I did work experience back in November, and yeah, the editor at my local papers, that's the Argus in Brighton, 2 days, and they offered me an apprenticeship.
Hi, I'm David Poucher. I'm a third year student and I study journalism at the University of Salford. I chose the University of Salford for my course because the environment is amazing. When I came here for my applicant day, the place was just buzzing with activity. Everyone was busy, getting hands-on with stuff. My proudest achievement so far has been travelling up to ITV London and spending some time with Mary Nightingale. So I have done a lot of remote work this year, of course, with the coronavirus pandemic, and I really had to be flexible with how I engage with journalism. So I spent a lot of my time on a farm in the middle of rural Ireland, trying to figure out how to make a TV package in Salford. At the moment, for my final major project, I'm working on a mini documentary on American society after the Trump administration left office. ITN, who have been looking at it, so hopefully in a few months they might pick it up.
Hello, I'm Sani Rajavajala and I'm studying the MA in Broadcast Journalism. I always wanted to be a journalist. The first article I ever wrote was, I think I was about 12. At the moment, I'm spinning lots of plates. The thing that I'm working on the most is I'm the new presenter of a radio show called Squad Goals, which is across BBC local radio, and it's kind of a live goal show during the football, and it's going on smart speaker and on BBC Sounds, and anytime there's a goal in any of the divisions, we'll tell you about it. So it's like 2.5 hours of talk radio, and that's something that's requiring a lot of my time and skills and giving me a chance to really develop. And then continuing with the course, my shorthand needs a lot of work. I'm just trying to do as many things as I can because I think, especially with the way the journalism industry is, as great as it is to say be a presenter or be a writer, you know, somebody who can do all those things is going to help you get ahead and get a job and be successful, and that's what I'd love to be by the time I finish this course.
My name's Luke Walworth and I'm studying multimedia journalism. In this industry, you've got to be creative, you've got to be different, and I think that's just what I've focused on from day one. The proudest achievement by far is definitely landing a job at Salford Red Devils as media manager. Just the whole of 2020 was just a big year for me. I was juggling like multiple jobs. I was working at Salford. I was doing a similar role for Rochdale Hornets. I was working for Manchester Evening News, so I was a non-league reporter for them. So I was in the papers twice a week, and then I was also running Salford Now and the sports website. One of my friends, he's a personal trainer but also an amateur boxer, and he asked me if I wanted to take part in one of his shows. He does white collar events. Raised of just over £1,000 for a charity called Kids Cancer. My sort of main goal would just be to travel the world and just work in many sports and as many sort of industries, jobs that I can.
And the winner of the Journalism, Politics and History Award is David Poucher, BA Honours Journalism Broadcast. Bravo to David, and big congratulations to our runners-up, George, Sani and Luke. I think everyone watching tonight's ceremony will agree that you are all shining stars of the future journalism and reporting industries. I hope you're all celebrating your achievements wherever you are this evening. I look forward to our professional paths perhaps crossing sometime in the future. Thanks everyone watching, and good night.
Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate Salford's creative talent. My name is Kasia Redzisz. I'm Senior Curator at Tate Liverpool, and I'll be presenting now Art and Design Award. The past academic year was exceptionally challenging for all of us, and especially for students who had to entirely change the way they learn and work. And this demanded exceptional self-discipline and persistence. I am therefore thrilled and honored to present this year's nominees and to collectively, all together, celebrate and acknowledge their exceptional achievements. So the nominees for the Art and Design Award are Tia Brown, Fashion Design, Mirosław Ogorzałek, Graphic Design, and Rowan Pritchard, Fine Art. Let's now look at some of brief highlights on each of these outstanding students and their achievements.
Hi, I'm Tia Leanne Brown and I'm studying fashion design at the University of Salford. This year has definitely been a busy year. I've done a lot of entries for different competitions and we're working on our final major project now. One of my main projects that I'm working on is a collection called Momentum, which is a concept generated around like human well-being and spiritual well-being and the kind of like energy you can get from taking part in things like martial arts. One martial art in particular called Wing Chun. And so the whole project is looking at this fluidity of movement and how you can combine like your mind and body to work together to generate more positive energy. So if I could do anything, my ultimate career goal would definitely be continue to work within like fashion and hopefully have my own brand, which I would absolutely love to do.
I'm Mirosław Ogorzałek, the mature student graphic design at Salford. I come from Poland and I worked for many years in printing house as a manager. And I designed for this project a new identity for a new cask ale, J.W. Lee's Brewery. I have taken this idea and developed a series of the unusual twist, that fits well with the heritage. And I have enabled to broaden them into the modern format, to use the color, research for the names, and some of the interesting typographic options. I currently work, on my MNP project. It is valuable history lesson also for those who do not remember or know nothing about the history of December 81. I physically would like to exhibit them, the people can interact to see, read about the images from this period.
I'm Rowan Pritchard and I study BA Fine Art. I've kind of always used art as a way of expressing myself and communicating. When I visited Salford, I realised very quickly that it was a place I could really fit in and thrive. I think one of the things that inspires me the most is the impact that a piece of art can have. I think art is one of the ways that I communicate best. Seeing the way that an artwork can spark a change in how we look at the things around us is really incredible, and I hope that I can make similar change with my artwork. Giving a platform to people and the stories that I think are important is something that I really value that I've been able to do during my time at Salford. Making artwork for queer people that centres queer comfort while also trying to combat exploitation of queer trauma and the negative narratives that surround queerness is something that is really important to me in my practice. I would really love to be able to make a career for myself doing this and continuing to make opportunities and champion the stories that I think are important.
And the winner of the Art and Design Award is Tia Brown, fashion design. Congratulations, Tia, and huge congratulations also to our runners-up, Miroslav and Rowan. All three of you are such incredible artists, and we are so lucky to have your talent right here in the Northwest. Thank you everyone for watching tonight, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Hello everyone and good evening. I'm Bridget Bosley, Creative Director at WAG Entertainment, an independent TV production company based in London. I'm so pleased to be joining you all tonight, albeit virtually, to present the Film and Media Award to one exceptional student. I began my career in the BBC in Manchester and have always been aware of the calibre of students that emerge from Salford University's School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology. In fact, I gave one Salford graduate his first TV break when I was an exec on a chaotic youth programme called The Sunday Show, which was broadcast live from Oxford Road back in 1996. No prizes for guessing who that was. But I can see that the raw talent a young Peter Kay displayed back then is evident in this year's nominees. I'm incredibly impressed by the range and quality of their work, but more than anything by the resourcefulness they have shown in completing their projects under such difficult circumstances. It's been a tough year in the TV industry to keep projects in production due to the COVID-19 restrictions, and it takes commitment and creativity to make it happen, and all three nominees for tonight's award have displayed those qualities. So, I'm delighted to announce that the nominees for the Film and Media Award are Ashton Moon Bateson, BA Honours Film Production, Aaron Davies, BA Honours Film Production, and Juliet Holmes, BA Honours Film Production. Let's take a look at some of their work and the highlights of their time.
Hi, I'm Ashton Bateson and I am studying film production. I chose film production because a couple of years before I started a YouTube channel and fell in love with telling stories through video, and I really loved editing. My proudest moment so far has to be the series I created on TikTok. It was during the first part of lockdown. We couldn't make the film we were supposed to make with university. I then sort of turned to TikTok and started creating content, and this series about a person who becomes possessed with a demon, and it's all about their struggles of trying to get rid of this demon, just sort of happened, and it was definitely a physical manifestation of everything I was feeling at the time. I feel like I don't have just one dream. I kind of want to do everything and everything. I would love it if the content I create for TikTok paid. I'd also love to create social media content for other people. I'd love to write scripts. I'd love to edit. I don't think I could live life without being creative.
My name's Aaron Davies and I'm studying film production at the University of Salford. My main inspiration will be people. A lot of my role as a producer is really just managing people and working with people, people from different backgrounds, because their stories and like how people think and their opinions, I take all that on board, and it often shapes how I think and perceive things around me. I think about that a lot when I'm doing my work. So one of my jobs is I'm an assistant producer for a documentary series called Origins. I ultimately ended up having to produce 4 documentaries, seeing the episodes go out and seeing the really positive reception from both Red Bull execs and the audience alike. It's made me quite proud of my work, and I'm excited to kind of like carry that on going forwards. You really feel like you have your fingers on the pulse of what's going on in the industry in the UK, and I guess that's why I chose Salford. I really hope that over the course of my career, I can continue to pursue this idea of doing good, impactful work. And that's kind of all I want, really.
Hi, my name is Juliet Holmes and I'm studying film production at the University of Salford. I'm always personally inspired by stories that haven't been told yet. So if I hear something on the news, or even I'm on the tram or something, and I'm listening to overhearing someone's conversation, it's always sparking up a story. So I write it in my notes on my phone. I think hearing stories from underrepresented groups as well is really important for me to tell. So that always inspires me to get a story that's been to be told that hasn't been told yet, that people might not be aware of. I think my proudest achievement whilst being at university has definitely been being part of the podcast team. I'm a podcast producer for film production, so we constantly create new episodes that students want to listen to. We're constantly creating new content and getting students on the podcast to discuss different films, or we'll have special guests come in to discuss their role within the industry and how that works and how students that might want to go into that role in the future can achieve their goals.
And the winner of the Film and Media Award is Aaron Davies, BA Honours Film Production. Well done to you, Aaron. I hope you're able to celebrate your well-deserved win with your friends and family this evening. Congratulations to the runners-up, Ashton and Juliet as well. All three of you are incredibly talented filmmakers, and I wish you all the best of luck with your future careers. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Lee Brennan, Programme Manager at the Lowry. I'm thrilled to be joining you all tonight to announce the nominees and winner of this year's Performance, English and Creative Writing Award. When reading through each of the nominees' entries, besides the amazing things they've achieved over the past academic year, there was one thing which shone throughout: resilience. When faced with adversity and uncertainty, each of the nominees have demonstrated their true character and sought out the opportunities to establish their place within the industry. This category has always been the most popular for nominee entries, so we really have saved the Best Subject Award till last. The nominees for Performance, English and Creative Writing Award are Grace Bastian, BA Honours, Theatre and Performance Practice; Lucy Hulton, MA, Creative Writing, Innovation and Experiment; Jardel Rodriguez, BA Honours, English and Creative Writing. Roll tape on tonight's video summarising these superb students.
Hi everyone, I'm Grace Bastian and I am third year on the BA Theatre and Performance Practice course. I was technical director for a show that we put on for the Greater Manchester Fringe called What If. I did with some friends and I learnt a lot from it, but yeah, I've discovered that I love tech. I definitely found that when I first got into acting, it's a massive confidence booster for me, and I really enjoy showing an audience like that fantastical side of theatre. So for me, definitely a highlight of the course was working alongside Imitating the Dog to create an episode of their programme Airlock. I did all of the programming for that show. It definitely showed me a glimpse of what it's really like to work in the industry, and it's definitely something that I want to pursue in the future. I also do aerial dance. I do aerial silks and aerial hoop. I just love it with the aerial aspect of everything, like how amazing it is to watch and how amazing it is to feel like you're flying. And I just love that rush. And that's the same kind of adrenaline rush that I get from actually just putting a theatre show on, like that buzz that you feel in all of your bones when you're about to go on stage and do something spectacular like that.
I'm Lucy and I'm a student on the MA Creative Writing programme. I think what inspires me to be creative is the fact that as a bilingual, I'm using two languages a lot in the day-to-day life. And I think I always like to see connections between the two that seem out of place. And for me, it's those connections that don't always make sense, which I see a spark of creativity. At the moment, I've got two main projects. So I'm working on a novel that's going to be a bit metafictional. So basically the bulk of the novel actually happens in the footnotes. And over the summer for my dissertation, I'm going to be writing a poetry pamphlet that will focus on visual text and multilingualism. I don't particularly think I have a career goal in mind. I have more dream experiences that I'd like to do. So I'm definitely interested in traveling a bit more. I'd love to learn more languages to better them. I'd like to teach, and I'd love to work in editing as well, proofreading. So there's just a lot of things that I would like to try.
Hello, I'm Jardel Rodriguez. I'm 23 and I'm in my final year at Salford Uni studying creative writing and English literature. The reason that I chose Salford, I write a lot of poetry, and Salford, not only the university but the wider area, has a really rich history in terms of literature. I like the sense of identity, the strong sense of identity that Salfordians have. But I like to draw on the ugliness of things around me, the ugliness of myself, the ugliness of that's in you, and you know, put it on show, and make it sound beautiful. Shine a light on it. You can see things in a different way. Currently, I'm unpublished, or I've been published in a couple of things, but I want my own collection. I'm probably going to start working on that once I've finished my final year. Once I've graduated, that's going to be my main goal, just to put something together. But yeah, I want to make a couple of collections. I'd like to write a novel. My ultimate goal is to have my name on a book so that my mum can see it, because my mum used to read to me when I was young, and I know how much that would mean to my mum for me to show her, look, Mum, all the years that you read to me, all the times that you encouraged me and pushed me, here it is.
And the winner of the Performance, English and Creative Writing Award is Grace Bastian, BA Honours, Theatre and Performance Practice. Huge cheers and congrats to Grace, Lucy and Jardel. I hope you're all having a well-deserved celebration tonight. Your achievements really are astonishing, and I'm sure you'll have many more successes to come. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in tonight, and hopefully we'll meet you all again at the 2022 ceremony.
Yeah, I'll be down in a minute, Mum. I'm just at work. Oh, hello again. Well done to our 5 winners so far, and all our worthy runners-up in the subject categories. Next up, we have our 3 school-level awards, including a new one for 2021, a brand new award, which is the International Student Award. These next 3 prizes recognise students from across all courses in the school who've embodied the spirit and ethos of arts, media and creative technology. They've all made significant impact to their course, fellow students and the wider university as a whole during their journeys at Salford. So let's hear all about them. Hear all about them. That's what I meant to say. Let's hear all about them now. There we go. Go on. Let's hear all about them. Yeah, Mum, can I have a spag ball, please? Oh, it's still on.
I'm Nancy Cook. I'm Associate Director of International Development here at the University of Salford. I'm so pleased to be joining you all online tonight and joining the Create Student Awards team for the first time to present their inaugural International Student Award. This award has been introduced this year to acknowledge students within the school who join Salford from an international background, either independently through the Erasmus programme, through our semester study abroad, or as a final year student progressing through one of our partner institutions. Each of tonight's nominees have shown enthusiasm for sharing their diverse experiences with their peers and building bridges across cultural differences. Whilst our international students might sometimes only be at Salford for a short time, their invaluable international insights bring a significant contribution to the everyday student experience and our wider university community. I'm super proud to be presenting this award. I'm really honoured to be part of the international community, and every international student within the School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology provides such a great contribution to the wider internationalisation agenda. It's a fantastic pool of talent. So, the nominees for the International Student Award are Ese Ogani Ejeri, MA Public Relations and Digital Communications; Jarchi Patrick He, MA Visual Communication; and Halle Matheson, MA Dance, Creative Dance Education. Let's take a look at their journeys and achievements here at Salford.
My full name is Ese Ogani Ejeri, and I'm studying Public Relations and Digital Communications. I chose the Uni of Salford because it's well known for having a campus at Media City, and I wanted to be close to the big companies that I wanted to work at in the future. Recently, I did a campaign for a company that makes lingerie bras for women that have gone through mastectomy, like after getting cancer. And I did a campaign with a team for the launch of their brand, Scarlett. At the beginning of the semester, they told us that we need to take professional work at a PR agency or the in-house team of a firm. So during those 2 weeks, I'm going to be working with the PR team at the firm. I don't have a lot of details about the type of work I'll be doing, but I know it's going to be based on crisis management. My ultimate career goal, I just want a job that will take me around the world.
I'm Jiaqi P, and also you can call me Patrick. I'm a postgraduate student studying visual communication in Salford University. I think the most proudest achievement for me is the last project I did for my undergraduate course, which is I designed a book which is called The Language of Mind. So I combine 3 languages, English, Mandarin, and the traditional Icelandic language to make my own language system. Recently, I'm working on making another book about LGBT group. So I interviewed all my friends who are LGBT group and how they disclose their sexuality, how they find themselves. I want to be a successful graphic designer, of course, and also in the future I want to be a creative director as well. And if I can, I really want to be a cultural bridge, because culture always inspires me to be a creative, to be a good designer.
My name is Hallie Matheson, and I'm studying the MA course in Creative Dance Education. I actually visited Salford in 2019 as part of a study abroad trip and an international dance tour. And I hadn't previously realized how different dance is in other countries. I wanted to take a look at what successful teaching means for UK-based educators and how to create that open dance environment that I experienced during my visit here. I'm leading classes at a local primary school. And I'm taking part in inclusive dance for adults with disabilities currently. So if I wanted to get crazy, I would say I want to be on Broadway. It's kind of my, lofty career goal. I want my name up in lights, But other than that, actually my ultimate career goal is what I'm striving for. I would like to start my own dance program at a university, one that doesn't exist already.
And the winner of the International Student Award is Hallie Matheson, MA Dance, Creative Dance Education. You've been a fantastic student, Hallie, and I hope that winning this award encourages your ambitions further. I also want to send a big congratulatory wish to our very worthy runners-up, S.A. Organi and Patrick. You should be very proud of your achievements, and I'm sure you're going to have incredible careers ahead. So, thanks for everyone watching in Salford and International. I look forward to seeing everyone in the next academic year.
Hello everyone, I'm Liz Pugh. I am creative producer for Walk the Plank, and I'm so happy to be with you this evening to present the Enterprise and Industry Engagement Award. This award was launched last year to spotlight students from across the school who dedicate themselves to embracing the full range of professional development opportunities offered at Salford. Earlier in the year, I was invited to join the judging panel as a guest judge for this category, and it was great to read the nominations and hear about what you have all been up to. It was a really tough decision, and I'm pleased that we can still celebrate incredible successes and achievements, even though we're not in person. I think that there is amazing talent coming out of Salford from the school and joining the creative industries sector, and that's really exciting. I also think that any student who has been able to shine in the past year deserves particular applause, because I know that it's been really hard for so many of you. So, the nominees for the Enterprise and Industry Engagement Award are Matthew Alty, BA Hons Technical Theatre, Production and Design. Chris Pollard, BA Hons in Television and Radio Production. And Glenn Watts, BA Hons in Digital Media. Now, let's watch a video of the talent of these amazing students.
My name is Matthew Alty. I'm a technical theatre student at Salford University. The reason I wanted to study technical theatre at Salford comes back to when I was doing drama at high school and in college, and I began to take an interest in music technology and the technical side of theatre. So whilst being at the university, I've managed to secure myself a professional job in the industry. My job is the role of a technician at high school. Although this isn't the end goal for me, it's the perfect stepping stone, because my job allows me to have a bit of flexibility around my hours in education. My ultimate career goal, there are 2 ultimate career goals, maybe even 3. But the one that always comes to mind is being the lead sound technician in the Matilda musical by the Royal Shakespeare Company. That is one of the first musicals that I watched when I was a young child and my parents going, and that was my introduction into theatre. That was the moment when I watched a live performance and I thought, I want to be a part of this.
Hello, my name's Chris Pollard and I study BA Television and Radio Production at the University of Salford. I got diagnosed with ADHD earlier this year, and knowing that I'd done all this work and like I've been doing all these things in my spare time, it sort of filled me with pride knowing that I'd worked through this thing I didn't know I even had. I think the thing that inspires me most is getting angry at stuff that already exists and just wanting to make a better version of it. I was approached by this radio station called Durham On Air. I sent them some of my stuff saying, okay, I can tune this down a bit if you want for the radio. I understand this is a bit out there. And they said, no, you have that time slot, just fill it with chaos. So I've spent all my spare time learning programs, like video editing software, 3D modeling software, web design, just so I've got this like total control over a full package. I've been approached by a TV company over the last month or so, but that's all I can say about it now. But by the time the awards show happens, everyone will know about it, I'm fairly sure.
Hi, I'm Glenn Watts and I'm studying digital media. I chose to study digital media at Salford University mainly because of my girlfriend, who is on the same course, and this course has literally tailored me into taking on board and learning these new technologies and specialising in virtual reality. Having this brief of working with Barclays, creating this virtual reality tour experience was truly something astonishing to be given, and it was a way of me really disconnecting from the real world by designing this virtual world for them. So my proudest achievement really has been the sheer amount of connections I've been engaging with industry. I think what inspires me to be creative is in my childhood I played a lot with Lego, and obviously Lego is a very creative toy as a child, and I guess ever since my childhood has tailored me into doing 3D design and virtual reality stuff, so that is a huge inspiration because it's just like growing up Lego.
And the winner of the Enterprise and Industry Engagement Award is Glenn Watts, Digital Media. Massive well done to you, Glenn. I look forward to seeing where your entrepreneurial spirit takes you in your future career. And big congratulations also to Matthew and to Chris. Your enthusiasm and your skills know no bounds. All 3 of you really are an inspiration to us all. Thank you to everyone watching tonight. I look forward to seeing some of you hopefully at next year's ceremony or at future Walk the Plank events. Goodbye.
Good evening, everyone.
I'm Councillor Jim Kamel, Lead Member for Children's and Young People Services at Salford City Council. I'm thrilled to be here as part of tonight's ceremony to present the Citizenship Award. This is only the second year of the Citizenship Award, and what a year it's been for our communities, both at the university and across the city of Salford. Now more than ever is our sense of public spirit, social conscience and togetherness needed as part of our everyday lives and collective well-being. The City Council and University of Salford have a long-standing relationship of working closely together. Over the last year, we have strengthened our links and grown our collaborative practice, developing projects together, engaging our residents and students in the local community. Each of the nominees have embraced wider world issues in their studies and used their academic discipline to further the cause. Back in April, my colleague Debbie Cordingley joined the judging panel to select our finalists, which I heard was a very tough process. The talent was so remarkable across the entries that Debbie and her fellow judges had to shortlist 4 nominees rather than 3. Now, let's announce the nominees. Our Citizenship Award final 4 are Hussam Al-Bahar, MA Media Production, Documentary Production. George Crosswaite Mugglestone, BA Honours, Media and Performance. Ben Hodge, BA Honours, Media and Performance. And Saskia Longley, BA Honours, Dance. Let's hear about their highlights and accomplishments over the last few years.
My name is Hussam Al-Bahar, and I'm a graduate from the University of Salford in MA Media Production, documentary filmmaking. What inspired me to be creative is the cultural experience that I've been through, since I immigrated from Iraq to the Netherlands, then to the UK. The cultural experience, I just believe there's a lot of stories need to be really told to the world, and I believe that I can maybe do this in my own way, and that's really inspired me to go into the documentary course in specific, to tell people's stories, and let's say in my own way, to make more films about the people I saw before and people I compared stories about. So my biggest achievement, I think, it's my graduation film, which I made. It's just called 16 Days of Heartbeats. I think that's the biggest achievement so far in terms of filmmaking. It's produced under really the COVID crisis, and it was a really big challenge for me. But luckily I've made it, and it's been nominated for a few awards. So I'm glad with it, and I think that's my, let's say, the first step, and it's an achievement so far.
My name's George Crosswaite Mugglestone, and I'm a third-year media and performance student at the University of Salford. I created the Deep Sea Discotheque in my second year of uni. I was the events coordinator of the LGBTQ+ society. I wanted to create an event along with the society that kind of was something for everyone. I've always had ideas of incredible, amazing events that I'd like to put on, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to put all my energy into that along with the society, and we're going to create something really, really fun for the night. As a queer person, I love kind of spreading awareness. I love taking up space. I think that's really, really important. My identity is a big inspiration for my work. I want to explore all these ideas and do all these creative things, and I guess it is myself that kind of inspired me to be creative. Art and creating is so subjective, and you can do anything that you want to with that, and as long as I'm happy, I really don't mind at all.
My name is Ben Hodge, and I am currently studying media and performance. I think one of my proudest achievements is my film that I made called 1 Year, which looks at my 1 year on testosterone. That film has a message that still, I think, speaks to a lot of people and kind of shows that trans people can thrive. Currently, there's a few different things I'm working on. I'm directing a short play as part of a project called The Rainbow Spotlight, which is putting a focus on LGBT stories and giving LGBT playwrights and actors a space to create and to perform. I'm I'm always out and about trying to get gigs and stand-up gigs. So the next step for me is just, especially post-COVID, just to get back into the routine of gigging every week and getting my face out there and doing what I love and making people laugh.
My name's Saskia and I am a third year student studying dance at the University of Salford. My current project I'm working on for my dissertation, I wanted to kind of use my dancer's own experiences. I tend to kind of look at a lot from a feminist approach, so kind of empowerment, body confidence, body positivity, also spreading awareness for what I believe in. That's another inspiration of mine. Kind of try and do a lot of charity work, spread awareness on social media. I did the Tough Mudder Challenge, which was quite a lot harder than I thought. I think my proudest achievement would have to be getting into the professional dancers postgraduate course at the Royal Academy of Dance. Overcoming my eating disorder was also probably one of my proudest achievements.
And the winner of the Citizenship Award is Ben Hodge, BA Honours, Media and Performance. I wish you all the luck with your future career, Ben, and I hope this win inspires you to continue with your extraordinary work. A huge congratulations from me and all the judges to our runners-up, Husam, George and Saskia. Your drive and spirit for positive change is wonderful. All four of you are inspirational citizens, and we are so grateful to have you as ambassadors for Salford. Thank you for having me tonight, and I hope to see more of you over the next year.
Congrats to our school level winners there, Hallie, Ben and Glenn. They are three different people, aren't they? Yeah, because Hallie, Ben, Glenn sounds a bit like an actor or actress, doesn't it? Oh, you seen that new Hallie, Ben, Glenn film? Yeah? No, they are three incredible students from the university. Now we're moving on to our grand finale. But before that, it's worth mentioning that you should check out our website, because you need to look at all the amazing achievements of this year's nominees. Because I'll be honest, some of them have been a bit too humble. They should be shouting from the rooftops from what they've achieved this year. And they've all had amazing times, and they're going to have amazing careers. So have a look on the website and just look at the incredible talents of these people. Now it's time for our Rising Star Alumni Achievement Award. And the biggie, the Dean's Award. The Dean's Award, by the way, a bit of confusion, it's from the Dean of the school. We're not just giving it to students exclusively called Dean. We're so pleased to be able to include our alumni in this year's ceremony and shine a spotlight on a graduate who's made a huge leaps and bounds in their career since leaving Salford. Is it me? It's not me, okay. Anyway, I've kept you waiting long enough, so on to our 2021 alumni winners and the all-important Dean's Award. Good luck!
Hello, my name is Samina Ali Khan. I'm a newsreader for ITV and a double graduate of Salford University. I did my undergraduate degree in physiology and chemistry and my postgrad in media studies. And I'm delighted to be back at Salford virtually tonight to award our very deserving alumni winners. The Alumni Achievement Awards are presented each year to recognise the diverse achievements of the university's growing and vibrant alumni international community. The achievements of Salford graduates take on many forms: career success, exemplary service to the community or the university, services of a personal or humanitarian nature, and contributions to the arts, charities and businesses. I was very privileged to have won one of these awards in 2015, and this year the university invited me to join the award selection committee. Now, although we did our consultation via video calls, it was a really uplifting, positive experience, as it was all about good news. Now, given the year we've all had and the challenges faced by the creative sector last year, it was really good to acknowledge the fabulous work being done by talented fellow graduates around the world. It left us feeling proud, motivated, and also with a heck of a job in deciding who should win. Well, we did eventually get there, so here goes. The Rising Star Award aims to recognise the success of a recent graduate, those who've made great leaps and bounds since graduating and for whom the university sees a very bright future ahead. Salford is incredibly proud of the entrepreneurial spirit of this year's winners. So let's hear from them directly now and take a look at some of their awesome achievements.
Hi there, we are Coalesce Dance Theatre. My name is Rachel Maffei.
And I'm Fern Wareham, and we both studied on the dance programme at the University of Salford. Both me and Rachel chose that course for the same reason, and that's to do with the amount of contact training hours you have. Unlike lots of universities, the University of Salford provides a massive amount of practical training, which for a dance programme is really, really important.
What inspires me to be creative is Fern. Just because we bounce off each other, we're always constantly working together, and she inspires me with her amazing ideas and creativity to keep going, and that's why I think we make such a great partnership. I'd say that one of my proudest achievements is actually just the ability to offer other people opportunities and jobs. Through what we do, applying for funding and creating projects, we get to offer out so many opportunities to other artists.
The University of Salford has done so much for me and Rachel and Coalesce as a company since we graduated. So we're alumni artists in residence at the university, which has meant that since graduating we've been offered support like studio space to get in and create work, which is completely invaluable, especially in our industry. So they've been fantastic in supporting our journey. I think it's just really nice to be recognised by the university for the work we've done over the last 4 years. And yeah, we would like to thank our tutors that supported us through our studies, but then have continued to support our journey moving forward.
We'd also just like to thank all of the amazing students that we work with all the time at the university, who just give the absolute 100% and are just a really great bunch of people. And it's so nice to see them constantly progress and grow.
So massive congratulations to Fern and Rachel, and thank you to the university's alumni engagement team for making this year's awards happen. A warm welcome to you, all of you, to the Salford alumni community, and I'll leave you now with Professor Alan Walker for the long-awaited 2021 Dean's Award. Good night.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Professor Alan Walker, Dean of the School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology. I'm delighted to be joining you online this evening to present the Dean's Award, our final prize to be announced as part of the 2021 Create Student Awards. This year's shortlisted students were chosen from across all 92 nominations, which, as you can imagine, was quite an achievement. The finalists were selected by the judging panel, including our industry guests, Liz and Debbie, subject directors Francis, Debbie, Paul and Tim, associate deans Sam and Paul, and our student union sabbatical officer, Cheyenne Chowdhury, and myself. It may be the 6th edition of Create Student Awards, but every year I'm so impressed and proud of our student achievements, perhaps more so this year given the challenges everyone has faced. The judging is one of the highlights of the academic year, and I'm so impressed by the stories and journeys behind this year's Dean's Award finalists. Our 3 students have shown exceptional levels of passion and dedication to their discipline. I'm honoured to call them ambassadors for our school and the wider university. So, without keeping you in suspense any longer, the nominees for the Dean's Award are Charlotte Cropper, BA Hons Media and Performance, Shelley Gates, BA Hons Television and Radio Production, and Isabella Ning, MA Dance, Choreography and Professional Practice. Now, let's watch our final nominee videos of the evening.
Hello, I'm Charlotte Eleanor Cropper and I have studied Media and Performance.
So I was lucky enough in first year to go to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival and perform for 2 weeks as part of Self-Funny. We're a cohort. We fundraised within the university to go, and then went and performed stand-up every night, and it was incredible. We did fill it out every single night, which was really cool for a free festival show as well. We just sort of shouted into the street, "Who likes free comedy?" Apparently, a lot of people. So yeah, it was very fun. So I'm the secretary for the Salford Comedy Society. Essentially, I'm the glorified receptionist. My proudest achievement was making the Curio Comedy Salford Showcase. So that was a digital gig, essentially showcasing comedic talents from Salford students past and present. I organised, directed, produced it all. Again, the glorified receptionist thing was back, had my organising head on, and was able to put on an event for people to be entertained. I'd say that was my proudest achievement, that I was able to do that and convince the New Adelphi Theatre and Salford Comedy Society to work with me on it.
I'm Shelley Gates and I'm doing BA Television and Radio Production. The thing that inspires me to be creative, I think generally when I put sort of a documentary together, I like to break stereotypes. You know, I've done one that's about the Women's Institute and show how progressive it now is. We made a 20-minute satirical radio show, so I made spoof adverts. I got to really kind of hone my craft when it came to audio production. And not only that, I got to present it as well. And it was just one of the most enjoyable experiences I've ever had. I've never felt so good. So and that made me go on to take radio studio in second year, where I got to do 2 more shows. And we did one all about the band Little Mick, which involved talking to lots of children outside the concert that they were playing. And we did loads of stuff, sort of documentary elements to it. So the documentary I made for the Charles Parker Prize was about autism in the media, and I called it Finding My Frequency. I've been autistic my whole life and only officially found out last year. I decided to speak to people in the media who worked in the media. It was amazing to find out how well it had gone for them, but also what they'd struggled with. I felt like I learnt from it. We can work, we can be successful, we can be socially competent. This needs exposing.
Hello everyone, I'm Isabella. I'm the AME Choreography and Professional Practice program. In this AME course, it helped me to explore the art and the craft of the choreography. I gained a lot of skills and knowledge to make work in professional context, creating dance as a dance maker, deviser, and collaborator. My proudest achievement so far definitely is distance dance, which is an international online project which is led by my classmate and me and her company, Intervada Dance Collective. So we provide lots of workshops, sharing, and also some performance. And this is a great chance that, like, for Asia and UK to build up the big network. I'm working on my choreography investigations at the moment, which is like a fusion of traditional and modern dance. I start to rethink about how can I treat traditional in more contemporary way.
And the winner of the 2021 Dean's Award is Charlotte Cropper, BA Honours Media and Performance. Charlotte, you're an incredibly talented student, and I hope that winning this award encourages you in your ambition and determination to pursue what I'm sure will be a very successful career. I also want to send a big congratulatory wish to our worthy runners-up, Shelley and Isabella. You should be very proud of your achievements. Before we go back to Jack, I want to say a few words as Dean of this incredible School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology. The talent across all of the finalists is clear to see, as it is across the entire graduating cohort of undergraduates and postgraduates who've worked incredibly hard against all the odds of the last year. The pandemic has been highly distinctive and also challenging. Our staff have adapted their teaching, and for much of the year this has been done online. To be expected, however, staff and students have responded and used lockdowns and online methods as opportunities for innovative and highly creative ways of working. Our students and programme teams have excelled in external awards, as shown in many of the videos this evening. Tonight, as always, has been a fantastic opportunity to spotlight and showcase our students, and I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks also to our industry presenters and to Jack for another year's entertainment and hosting. And finally, thank you again to our remarkable students. Have a great summer, and I hope to see you in person very soon.
So there we have it. The Create Student Awards is over for another year. I want to congratulate our 11 winners and 21 runners-up. Let's give them all one final virtual standing ovation and a round of applause. I hope you're doing that. I'm sure you're all very proud of what you've achieved over the last few years. Well done to each and every one of you. We'd also like to thank our many industry presenters, our judging panel and everyone behind the scenes who's made tonight's event possible. So thank you very much to everyone who's worked so hard on this. It's an honour for me to be back presenting this, and I can't wait to hopefully do it in person next year. What? I've not been booked. I've not been booked. Well, never mind. Thank you everyone for out there watching, and best of luck to everyone who's graduating this year, and I'll see you all very soon. Good night.